So in previous class, engine lathe discussed elaboratedly. After the engine lathe, the next type of lathe machine is bench lathe. The name itself indicates the main parts of this particular lathe machine: headstock, tailstock, and carriage placed on a workbench. That's why this type of machine is termed or called as bench lathe. So in the previous engine lathe, bed is an integrated part to the main system of headstock, tailstock, and carriage. But in this one, instead of bed, the total integrated system, which consists headstock, carriage, and tailstock, is placed over a workbench. So clearly, we can visualize the setup of this particular system over a workbench. So as the machine is very simple, as the machine should not provide any vibrations, simply it is placed on a bench. That is the reason why we are calling as bench lathe. It is a small engine lathe mounted on workbench. So the difference between a bench lathe to engine lathe is, so the size or bulkiness of engine lathe is very high as compared with this particular bench lathe. So the engine lathe is bulky, that's why it's supported on a bed. Here it is a small size, that's why it is placed on a workbench. So as it is placed over the workbench, because of its smaller size, the shifting or the moving of this particular bench lathe from one location to another working location is very simple and very easy. Suppose if it is the case of a engine lathe, it is not possible to move the engine lathe from one location to another location in the simple procedure or in the simple way. For that one, for lifting that particular engine lathe, some cranes are required. After that one, it should loaded in a vehicle. So that is a elaborated or risky process. Whereas for bench lathe, the movement of this particular lathe machine from one work location to another work location is very simple and easy. So that is the advantage of a bench lathe as compared with a engine lathe. So even though its size is very small as compared with engine lathe, then what is its specific purpose? How it should perform different operations? How it should perform different works? So this particular bench lathe should not use to produce a complex shapes or like operation thread cuttings or of a larger size jobs. So it is used only for light works, even though it consists precision also. It is used for rough works. In addition to rough works, it is used even for precision works. But the precision is up to some extent only. As compared with that particular engine lathe, the precision is not possible on the bench lathe up to that particular mark. So precision is obtained up to a certain limit only. So that is the limitation of this particular bench lathe. So after the bench lathe, the next one more important lathe machine is tool room lathe. So here clearly we can visualize that particular structure of this particular tool room lathe is same as or similar to engine lathe. The difference is here the size is somewhat less bulky as compared with the engine lathe. So this particular one is rested over its integrated part of bed. It is modern engine lathe equipped with necessary accessories for accurate and precision work. The accuracy or precision is very good in engine lathe as compared to bench lathe. The precision or accuracy is possible in the engine lathe better as compared with the bench lathe, whereas this particular tool room lathe is used to produce components with high accuracy and precision as compared with the engine lathe also. Here we can conclude regarding precision between the three machines. Precision achieved in engine lathe is better as compared with the bench lathe, and the precision achieved in the tool room lathe is good or better as compared with the engine lathe. That means the accuracy or precision increases from bench lathe to engine lathe and from engine lathe to tool room lathe. So whether it may be bench lathe or tool room lathe or engine lathe, accuracy are achieved, but it is having certain limit or certain level. Okay. The tool room lathe, the name itself indicates this particular lathe machine is widely used for producing different types of tools. What are the tools? Dies, jigs, pictures. So for this particular purpose, the tool room lathe should be accommodated. So engine lathe is used to produce large or bulky size components, whereas bench lathe is used only for small components that to obtain specific operations only. Whereas this tool room lathe is widely used to produce small components but different operations carried on this particular lathe machine. And accuracy is also very good as compared with the engine lathe. That's why even though tool room lathe should produce a small size components, it is used mainly for manufacturing of different types of tools which are used for other manufacturing process, like dies used in the press work, or gauges used in that particular quality control, or gauges used in machine shops likewise. In addition to that particular dies and gauges, other measuring tools also produced which are having more precision is produced by using this particular tool room lathe. The next topic, next lathe machine, capstan and turret lathe. Here the name given as a single one, but both lathes are different one. Capstan lathe is a separate different one and turret lathe is one more one. But the working principle is same for both capstan turret lathe. That's why in generally they are termed as capstan turret lathe. The difference between capstan turret lathe machine is having cross slide moving over it. So both are having capstan turret lathe, both are having production lathes. In the previous lathe machine, for each and every operation, either it may be tool room lathe or bench lathe, for each and every operation, for each and every process, that particular carriage or tool post are supposed to be moved with the help of the human power only. So that's why what happened in that particular machine, for each and every component, once that particular component is processed, immediately the holding tool means that running center, from that particular running center, the job is removed. After that one, the next job or new job placed within that particular running center. In that way, the production should not fast either in engine lathe or in the tool room lathe. That means for placing of component to component, it takes some additional time or extra time. So whereas in capstan turret lathe, the components are produced continuously. The components are produced continuously. How it is possible? Here the movement of either tool post or carriage done automatically with the help of the cam mechanism or indexing mechanism. With the indexing mechanism, that particular tool post or carriage moves automatically without any involvement of manpower or human observation. So that's why this particular capstan turret lathe are called as the production lathes. This particular one, capstan turret lathe machines, are used to produce a particular similar component of a large quantity. Whereas in the previous machines, from one job to its next job, that particular geometry or that particular shape may be changed. But in the capstan turret lathe machine, once that particular machine is set for a particular mechanism, for a particular dimensions or a particular job, they are particular setting. Once that particular capstan turret lathe machine setting is done for a particular job size or geometry or different operations or different dimensions, they continued for a continuous period. So in this particular capstan turret lathe machine, the time required for manufacturing or for performing operations is less as compared with the time required for setting of that particular design or geometry or drawing. So that is the working principle of capstan turret lathe. In this one, that particular indexing mechanism changes tool from one position to another position. That means from one operation to another operation. In this one, by placing more number of cutting tools in a hexagon set. So different operations carried simultaneously or sequentially. Once that particular all the required operations are completed, immediately that particular job is separated with the help of a parting tool. Once that particular job is part off with the help of the parting tool, immediately that particular bar which is placed in the headstock should move automatically to a required length. Once that particular bar adjusted to a required length, immediately the sequence of operation continued or follows as per the indexing procedure. So this one used to perform large number of operations simultaneously. So first step turning or first facing operation, after facing operation, plane turning, or if it requires taper turning, maybe taper turning is also performed. Otherwise, if it requires drilling operation, the drilling operation is supposed to be produced. So likewise, various operations carried over a single job simultaneously. So used for mass production. In this one, what happens? The job is produced within the less time because the movement of the tools is carried with the indexing mechanism. Hence, without any delay, the sequence of operation is followed from a very quick time or less time. That's why the time required to produce a quantity or a bulk size is very less. That's why it is used for mass production. At this juncture, we should not difference. Here we discuss about capstan turret lathe as a single one, but in the latter stage, the discussion of capstan lathe and turret lathe is separated. After that one, the comparison of capstan turret lathe is separate part. So this is that particular industry location where turret lathes are used to produce mass production. So the size of that particular turret lathe is very bulky as compared with the engine lathe also. So now turret lathe, it carries several tools are presenting on the revolving turret. That particular revolving turret is a hexagon shape one. So different types of cutting tools placed or inserted within that particular revolving hexagonal turret. So this particular fixing of this particular multi-tools over a revolving or rotating hexagonal turret causes for producing or for carrying more number of operations on the job. So as we discuss, it is a hexagonal turret means it consists 6 phases. So in each phase, one specific tool is inserted. So based on the design, once a component dimension or design changes, immediately the required tools fixing in that particular hexagonal turret changes. That means the tools fixing or the fixing of tools in the hexagonal turret depends upon the design of the particular component or job required. In addition to the 6 tools on that particular hexagon turret, other tool, parting tool and chamfering tool also placed parallel to that particular axis. That means total turret length carries 8 different types of tools. So turret length also available with special tool holders to perform simultaneous multi-tool operations. So by using that particular complicated job or by using the design of a component, in some situations, multi-tool operations also carried simultaneously. So whenever that particular multi-tool operations performed, the time required to produce that particular component should decreases. So in that way, it uses for mass productions, used for repetitive batch production. So whenever a job required for a little quantities, either 10 or 100, in that condition, turret lathe is not preferred. So in that particular condition, engine lathe or bench lathe is supposed to be preferred. So whenever the quantity required is the batch quantity, batch production, that means more number, I mean 1000 or 2000, in that particular condition, only turret lathe is preferred. Next, capstan lathe is also similar to that particular one. Here also it carries hexagon turret. Here also it carries hexagon turret. In this hexagon turret, 6 different types of tools are provided. And in addition to that one, near to this particular collet check, in both capstan and turret lathe, the tool used to hold the workpiece is the collet check. Used collet check. So that particular near to that collet check at this particular location, either parting tool or chamfering tool is also supposed to be accommodated. So similar to turret lathe, the working principle between the capstan lathe and turret lathe is almost all same. The only difference is the movement of that particular cutting tool only. So capstan lathe moves on an axillary slide and can be clamped at any position. That is the difference. Whereas turret lathe, the hexagonal turret should move. Whereas in this one, capstan lathe moves on an axillary slide and can be clamped at any position. That is the difference. So this particular capstan lathe is also used to produce small components with mass productions. So in addition to this particular capstan lathe and turret lathe, some other special purpose lathes also there. So that special purpose lathes are some lathes have characteristics that enable them to do certain works well only. Example, at the beginning we discussed about speed lathe. Speed lathe is restricted only for simple operations. That means like turning operations and only. Either thread cutting or knurling operation is not possible on that particular speed lathe. In the similar way, some lathe machines specified for a particular operations only. So that type of lathe machines are called as the special purpose lathes. These lathes are meant for specific work. So whenever a lathe machine is designed for a particular operation or for a particular process, that particular mechanisms required for that particular machine is very less. Not only mechanisms, even the accessories required for that particular machine is also reduced. So whenever that particular accessories are reduced, immediately that particular machine size or capacity should make it at lower level. So even though machine size is very smaller one, or even the capacity of the machine is very simple, for that particular purpose or for that particular operation, the machine is used to produce a more number of components. So that is the advantage of the special purpose lathes. Example, if we consider a machine should not use for thread cutting operation, for that particular machine, lead screw mechanism and feed rod should avoided. Or that particular two important tools, that means feed rod and lead screw are eliminated. So in that way what happens, unnecessary parts are not supposed to be assembled in that particular machine. So next one is automatic lathe. This automatic lathe intended for quality as well as quantity. So this particular automatic lathe machines used for producing a good quality component with large quantities. In turret lathe and capstan lathe, the quantity produced is very high, but the quality or the precision or accuracy is less as compared with the automatic lathe machine. In some situations or in some conditions, even capstan lathe and turret lathe may also consider as the automatic lathes only. So in this particular automatic lathe, movement of work and tool are done automatically. So that is the advantage. How the quantity is increased means the movement of work and tool are done automatically. That means without any manpower involvement. That's why this particular machine is called as the automatic lathe machine. So in this one, that particular operator presence is not required for each and every time. That's mean a particular operator can look after more than one or two machines simultaneously. Whereas in the capstan turret lathe also, a particular operator is essential for that particular machine. Whereas in the automatic lathe machine, for each and every machine, there is no need to place or there is no need to keep a operator continuously or permanently. That means a single operator look after a more number of operations. That is the one more advantage of in this particular automatic lathe machines. In order to operate more number of machine, a single or a limited operators are sufficient. That is the main advantage of this particular automatic lathe machines. So this is a automatic lathe manufactured in Jinnah company or Jinnah brand. So the cost of the automatic lathe is very high. The cost of the automatic lathe is very high. So only a large firms or a large industries can offer that particular establishment of automatic lathe machine. So in order to decrease that particular cost of that particular automatic lathe machines, the next model of lathe machine is the semi-automatic lathe machines. In this particular semi-automatic lathe machines, loading and removal of work is done by that particular operator. That's why that particular mechanisms are very less in semi-automatic lathe machine as compared with the automatic lathe machine. Whenever mechanisms are decreases or whenever the design is simple, the cost of the particular machine is naturally decreases. That is the reason where industries or firms are not in a position to purchase or to use a automatic lathe for producing components. In that condition, that particular industries or firms may prefer this semi-automatic lathe machine. The advantage of semi-automatic lathe machine is, except loading and unloading of the job and remaining operations all are automatic only. So only for loading and unloading of the job over the machine, that particular operator is required. That means a skilled operator is set that particular movement of that particular tools. Then for each and every time, even though the skilled person or skilled operator is not present at that particular location, the particular the tool movement is same for all the components. Only for loading and unloading, instead of a skilled persons, a unskilled or semi-skilled operator may also accommodate it. So that's why it is very simple and easy to operate semi-automatic lathe machines. That means except loading and unloading, remaining all cutting operations, chambering operation, turning operations are performed with using automatic mechanism. So in addition to that, one special purpose lathes are there. So each and every machine is used only for a specific application. So that are called as a specific special purpose lathes. So facing lathe. So this facing lathe is used for facing of a both ends of the components. So larger jobs, facing operation is near about 3 to 5 minutes. So for each and every particular fixed time, in order to change that particular tool position, it takes certain time. So instead of that one, by using the facing lathe, only facing operation of larger sizes, larger components is carried over a facing lathe. If the job is a smaller one, if the job is smaller one and requires only facing operation, in that particular condition, that particular components are performed either in the capstan lathe or turret lathe. But here that particular cylindrical components are very large size and which required only facing operation. In that condition, that particular operations are carried over a facing lathe. So next, duplicate lathe, mass production of identical parts. So the name itself indicates duplicate. Duplicate means identical or similar components. So used for mass production of identical parts. So which are having a simple shape, which are having only, which requires only one or two operations, and that are also same. In that particular condition, this duplicate lathe machine is more useful for mass production purpose. Next, to accommodate large diameter work, next important lathe machine is the gap lathe. The name itself indicates gap lathe. That means the distance between the dead center, two dead center and live center is very large. As the gap between the live center and dead center is very large, that's why this type of gap lathe is used to accommodate large diameter works. Next, screw cutting lathe. So either in engine lathe or either in the capstan lathe, even though it requires only threading operations, that particular movement, that particular machines are not useful for mass production purpose. Suppose if that particular required quantity is large sizes and it requires only threading operations, that means it should not require either knurling operation, or there is no need to provide drilling operation, or there is no need for facing operation, or there is no need taper turning operation. That means the component requires only threading portion, only threading operation. In that condition, screw cutting lathe is best suited for mass production of threaded parts. So in generally, bolts are provided or manufactured by using this particular screw cutting lathe. So with this one, we completed different types of lathe machines. After completion of different types of lathe machines, next we discuss or we learn what are the various types of operations to be performed on lathe machine. So the main purpose of the lathe machine is turning operation. Different turnings are there, but all the termed are classified as the turning operations. So next, facing operations. In the turning, for the turning operations, the cutting tool For turning operation, turning tools, they are different once again. For turning operations, that particular cutting tool moves either parallel or inclined to that particular axis of the job. Observe carefully. For turning operations, the cutting tool should move parallel to the axis or inclined to the axis of that particular job. Whereas for this particular facing operation, the cutting tool moves perpendicular to the axis exactly. The movement of that particular cutting tool is exactly perpendicular or 90 degree with the axis, so that the face of the component, the face of that particular cylindrical component is having a perfect shape. Next, boring operation. So by inserting a particular boring tool in the dead center position of the tailstock, by placing or by holding a boring tool in that particular tailstock dead center place, the required operation boring is performed by using this particular lathe machine. So next, drilling machine. Boring and drilling operations both are same. The difference between the boring and drilling is, so boring is the enlarging of already previously drilled hole. Clear? Whereas drilling machine, drilling operation means making a fresh hole. That means in order to perform boring operation, it requires a prerequisite operation, that is the drilling. So next one, reaming. So the accuracy of that particular hole size is not exactly whenever a drill bit is used to make that hole. In that condition, after completion of the drilling, the drill bit which is placed in that particular dead center of that particular tailstock is replaced by using a tool named or called as the reamer. That means first drilling operation is performed. After performing drilling operation, by using a tool named or called as the reamer, that particular already drilled hole is enlarged or is adjusted to accurate circular shape and with good accurate or good precision. So next one, threading operation. So by using the feed rod mechanism and by using the lead screw mechanism, the particular threading of different pitch, of variable pitch, by simply changing the gear ratios provided or placed in the back gear engage, in the placed in the headstock gear, the different types of pitches are provided on that by using threading operation. So knurling operation. So as the components are having circular shape or cylindrical shape, in sometimes the job required some gripping operation, gripping purpose. So as the job is exactly cylindrical shape or circular shape, the grip grip required is very less. So in order to increase the grip or hold over that particular job, the knurling operation is supposed to be performed. So all these are operations. All these operations are carried by using only some required tools. So for turning operation and facing operation, the required tool is a single point cutting tool. To perform boring operation, a boring tool is required. In the similar way, to perform drilling operation, a drill bit is required. For reaming operation, the required tool is reamer. Whereas thread cutting operation also, the required cutting tool is a single point cutting tool, and there is no need of extra other tools. Only the particular lead screw is supposed to be engaged with the feed rod. And for knurling operation, only knurling tool is required. That means simply by changing the cutting tool's position, different types of operations are carried over a lathe machine. In addition to that particular one, by using some special attachments, in addition to the cutting tool, by using a special attachment or special mechanism, some other operations are also carried over a lathe machine. So what are the particular operations which are performed over lathe machine by using this particular special attachments? Keyway cutting. The shafts are used for power transmission. The shafts are used for power transmission, which are in cylindrical shape. But the thing is, the shafts are supposed to be assembled with the flanges. So in order to assemble that particular shaft with the flange, in order to prevent the relative motion between the flange and shaft, one important member is supposed to be placed in between the shaft surface and the flange surface. So that is called as the key. But here the thing is, both are having cylindrical shapes. Flange is having circular cylindricity, that means inside the cylinder portion, whereas that particular shaft is also cylindrical shape. Whenever two cylindrical components are in mating or in contact, the rotation of one member, should not cause rotation of other member. That means the relative motion should be restricted. So in order to restrict the relative motion, one important element key is placed between the two surfaces. But it is not possible to place that particular key between the two surfaces because both are having cylindrical shapes. So that's why the required groove is provided on the surface of that particular both cylinder and the both shaft and the flange. So in order to provide that particular one, a rectangular groove or square groove prepared or performed over both surfaces. In order to prepare that particular keyway cuttings, in generally the slotting machine or milling machine is best suitable. But the thing is, if that particular components are required very less number, then in that particular condition, instead of moving to that particular milling machine or shaping machine, simply by using a special attachments on that particular lathe machines, the keyway cutting is also performed. For this keyway cutting, in addition to the cutting tool, special attachment is also required. In the similar way, milling operations are also performed over a lathe machine. So all the milling operations should not possible. Only some certain simple milling operations carried over a lathe machine by using special attachments. In the similar way, next grinding operation is also performed over that particular one. So by fixing a grinding wheel in the in that particular tool post, and by whenever that particular cylindrical component rotate within that particular headstock center, the grinding operation is also performed. But in addition to the grinding wheel, it requires some special attachments. That means the previous operations, all these operations can performed by using only cutting tool only. That means in order to perform all these operations, extra attachments or special attachments are not required. Whereas in order to perform these particular operations, keyway cutting, milling and grinding operations, that particular lathe machine require both cutting tool and some special attachments. So with this one, so far we discuss, what is the importance of lathe machine and what is the working principle of lathe machine. So what is the working principle of lathe machine? Very simple. Removing excess material or unwanted material over a cylindrical job by using a stationary single point cutting tool. So that is the simple working principle of the lathe machine. After completion of that particular working principle of lathe machine, then we discussed about different types of lathe machine. So based on the need, based on the component, or based on the required production rate, different types of lathe machines are supposed to be evolved. After that particular one, next, what are the various types of operations carried by using these particular lathe machines? With this particular one, we are supposed to move to next important topic, that is the specifications of a lathe machine. So the specification of lathe machine is very important. The specification of lathe machine is very important. In order to utilize or in order to use a particular lathe machine, we required various specifications. What is that particular length of that particular bed? In addition to length of bed, what is the maximum length of the job that can be placed between the live center and dead center? So likewise, various criteria are supposed to be considered in order to specify a particular lathe machine. So in the next class, the main discussion is regarding the specification of lathe machines. After that one, so that what are the main parts of that? What are the main parts of a lathe? So how that particular parts are used, how that particular components are manufactured, how they are assembled. So in the next class, that discussion is very, very important. So with this one, successfully 3 classes are completed, and different types of lathe machine and working principle and what are various operations are also completed. So in the next class, we should meet.